Om Sri Sai Ram. We are continuing with the same lesson, rate of change of quantities, and now in the second session we are taking some problems which are a bit difficult or a bit twisted, or problems which requires some kind of thinking in order to understand the statements and then solve. So, we begin with this problem. He says this is the 11th problem of the textbook. The problem says a particle moves along the curve 6y equal to x cube plus 2. He says find points on the curve at which the y coordinate is changing 8 times as fast as x coordinate. Y coordinate is changing, y is changing with respect to time. And how it is changing? It is changing as fast as 8 times as fast as x coordinate. In other words, dy by dt is equal to 8 times dx by dt. He wants us to find out the points. So, what do? We differentiate the function which he has given with respect to t. So, differentiate derivative of 6y 6 dy by dt equal to derivative of x cube with respect to t 3x square dx by dt, and derivative of constant is 0. 3 1s are 3 2s are 2. He has already given that rate of change of y is 8 times that of rate of change of x. So, substitute that value 8 dx by dt equal to 3x square dx by dt. Cancel this both sides, get that 3 here, you get 16 by 3 equal to x square. Once again we will just check 6y equal to x cube plus t. He has given dy by dt. Find the points on the curve at which y coordinate is changing 8 times as fast as x coordinate. So, this relation is correct. We differentiated both sides. Derivative of 6y is 6 and derivative of x cube is 3x square dx by dt. So, we cancel this 3 and still continue to write 3, that is a mistake. So, x square is equal to 16. If x square is equal to 16, we can come to the conclusion that x is equal to plus or minus 4, because plus 4 square is also 16, minus 4 square is also 16. So, it can be plus 4, it can be minus 4. So, in the respect of plus 4 we will find out y, with respect to minus 4 also we will find out y, and both will be the answers. So, we will say when x is equal to 4, substitute in that relation, y is equal to 4 cube plus 2 by 6. 64 plus 2 66, 66 by 6 is 11. So, the first answer is 4 comma 11. Take x equal to minus 4, y is equal to minus 4 cube plus 2 by 6. Minus 64 plus 2 minus 62, minus 62 by 6 can be written as minus 31 by 3. So, the second point is minus 4 comma minus 31 by 3. These are the 2 points. These are the 2 points where rate of change of y coordinate is going to be 8 times that of rate of change of x coordinate. We will move on to the second problem, which reads, a balloon which always remains spherical has a variable diameter 3 by 2 into 2x plus 1. He says find the rate of change of its volume with respect to x. In the previous problem, volume was changing with respect to time. Here in this particular problem, he is asking us to find out rate of change of volume with respect to x. And he has given a relation 2r is equal to 3 by 2 into 2x plus 1. Three by 2 into 2x plus 1, and he is asking us find the rate of change of its volume with respect to x. He is asking us to find out dV by dx. What is the formula? We have formula volume of balloon which is spherical is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Since he is asking with respect to x, substitute the value of r in terms of x in this. So, we have v equal to 4 by 3 pi. In place of r, take this to this side, it will become 3 by 4 into 2x plus 1 whole thing cube, because it is r cube. R value is 3 by 4 2x plus 1 cube. Simplify little bit, v can be written as this 3 and 3 cancel, 4 and 4 cancel, pi 2x plus 1 whole cube. What he is asking is a very simple one, dV by dx. So, differentiate both sides with respect to x. So, it is pi. Since it is 2x plus 1 whole cube, take 2x plus 1 as t, it will become t cube, the answer will be 3t square, and then derivative of 2x plus 1 will be 2. So, 3 into 2 6 pi into 2x plus 1. This is the rate of change of volume with respect to x. This is how we solve these problems. If he says find rate of change with respect to time, we need to find out with respect to t. If he says change with respect to a particular dimension, we have to find the rate of change with respect to that particular dimension. So, we have to be very careful while reading the problem. If we do the mistake there, instead of finding out something, we will be finding out something else. Let us move to the next problem. Sand is pouring from a pipe at the rate of 12 centimeter cube per second. The falling sand forms a cone on the ground in such a way that the height of the cone is always 1/6 of radius of the base. Very interesting problem. Please pay attention. Remember your childhood when you are playing with sand in the open grounds, and when you pour the sand holding some vessel, when it falls, it forms a cone. So, it is similar to that situation. Sand is pouring from a pipe at the rate of 12 centimeter cube per second. So, what he has given is dV by dt. This happens to be the 14th problem of the textbook. dV by dt is equal to 12 centimeter cube per second. Further, he says the falling sand forms a cone. You know, this is the shape of the cone. This is the height, this is the radius. He has given a relationship between these two. He says the height of the cone is always 1/6 of the radius of the base. H is equal to 1 by 6 r. The height is 1/6 of r, means radius is more, height is less. He says how fast is the height of the sand cone increasing? He is wanting to find out what is dH by dt. When h is equal to 4. In order to solve this problem, we need to recollect the formula for volume of cone. What is the formula for volume of cone? Volume of cone is given by 1 by 3 pi r square h. Mind you, volume is changing, radius is changing, height is changing. There are 3 variables. We have to convert them into 2 variables, then only we will be able to find the derivative. And to do that, he has given this relation. Since he is interested to find out dH by dt, substitute the value of r in terms of h, not the value of h. You can also substitute value of h, but what you will get? You will get dr by dt, but we are not interested in rate of change of radius. We are interested in rate of change of height. So, r can be substituted as 6h from this particular relation. So, we get v equal to 1 by 3 pi, in place of r 6h whole square into h, or we can say this v is equal to 1 by 3 pi 6 square 36 into h cube, 3 ones are 3 12s are, v is equal to 12 pi h cube. Now differentiate with respect to t, you will have dv by dt is equal to 12 pi will be outside and you will have ddt of h cube. Substitute the values. Before that you find the derivative, we get 12 pi ddt of h cube will be 3h square into dh by dt. This is dv by dt. Substitute the values. dv by dt has given 12 equal to 12 pi into 3h. He is asking us to find out dh by dt when h is 4. So, substitute the value of h as 4 into 4 into dh by dt. Cancel the terms, 12 and 12 gets cancelled. Shift all this to other side, 4 4s are 16, 3s are 48 pi. So, we get 1 by 48 is equal to dh by dt. This is the answer. Rate of change of height is 1 by 48 units. So, in this particular manner, we can find out rate of change of one variable even though the volume had 2 variables in the formula. We will go to some more practical problems connected to business, and generally this kind of problems are dealt by the business people, and we will study about that in the next 2 problems. Now, what are those problems? The first one is the 15th problem of the textbook, which reads that the total cost in rupees associated with the production of x units of an item is given by a relation. He has given a function, because you know that when you want to produce something in the factory, it is not just the money which you spend for buying the raw material. There are so many other aspects which you have to take into consideration, like the wages which are paid to the people, the money which you have invested for the infrastructure and machines, the bills which you have to pay to electricity, the wages which you have to pay to the employees. So many factors will be there. All that he has brought out in the form of an equation. And what is the variable here? The variable is number of items you are producing, because if you produce more, the cost will be more. If you produce less, cost will be less. The problem goes like this: the total cost in rupees associated with the production of x units an item is given by a function. He says find the marginal cost. So, let us look at this. He has given the function c of x. Remember, c of x is the total cost. Total cost of production. Okay. C of x he has given as 0.007 x cube minus 0.003 x square plus 15x plus 4000. And what is that he is asking? He is asking us to find out marginal cost of production of 17 items. What is this marginal cost? Marginal cost means at any given point of time, for any number of items, you can find out the cost. If you have produced 15 items, you can find out for 15 items. You have produced only 5 items, you can find out for 5 items. It all depends upon the equation. So what do? Find the rate of change of the total cost. The rate of change of total cost is only called marginal cost. So find out the derivative, means differentiate with respect to x, you will get ddx of C of x, that is total cost. Differentiate whole thing with respect to x, ddx of 0.007 x cube minus ddx of 0.003 x square plus 15 outside ddx of x plus ddx of 4000. Remember, this is a constant, can be put outside 007. Derivative of x cube is 3x square minus, this is also a constant, so put it outside 003. Derivative of x square is 2x plus 15, derivative of x is 1, derivative of constant is 0. This we have to find out. In order to find out this, he has given that the number of items produced are 17. When it is 17, you find out, that is what he says. So ddx of C of x, which he has given, we want to find out ddx of the same of total production when x is equal to 17. So simply substitute wherever x comes 17. Multiply with 3, it will become 0.021 into 17 square minus 0, multiply this with 2, it will become 0.006 into x is 17 plus 15. Simplify further, 17 square 289, 0.021 into this minus 17 6 102 plus 15. Multiply this and finally we get the answer 20.967. rupees. In order to produce 17 items in the factory, the money which they have to spend is 20 rupees 96 paisa or approximately 21 rupees. So in this particular manner, if you know the total cost, you can always find out the marginal cost. Marginal cost means how much we need to invest in order to find out 5 items, 10 items, 100 items, 200 items, etc., etc. We have one more problem which is connected to business. We will take up that next problem, and with that we close this particular subtopic called rate of change. The problem goes like this. Now the problem is about revenue, money which you are going to get. The total revenue in rupees received from the sale of x units of a product is given by a function Rx equal to 13x square plus 26x plus 15. He is asking find the marginal revenue when x is equal to 7. When 7 items are sold, the function which is given is a general function that gives you what? it gives you total revenue. We want to know what is the marginal revenue. So let us see this last problem. Rx is equal to this is the 16th problem. R of x equal to (13x square plus 26x plus 15). Remember, this Rx is total revenue. So he has given the total revenue and he is asking what is the marginal revenue when x is equal to 7. So find the derivative with respect to x, that is d dx of Rx equal to d dx of this whole thing. (13x square) x square will be 2x, so it is 26x plus 26, derivative of constant is 0. You can take 26 common and say it is x plus 1. So this is d dx of Rx. What is d dx of Rx? This gives you marginal revenue. We want to find out marginal revenue when x is 7. So substitute wherever x is 7. So it will become 26 into 7 plus 1, 8. So this is the answer of marginal revenue when x items are sold. When you sell more items, the revenue is going to be more. When you are selling less items, the revenue is going to be less. So in this particular manner, the derivatives which we have studied is also applicable in business, either to find out total revenue or problems related to that. So with this, we come to a close of this subtopic called rate of change. We will continue the second topic tomorrow or in the next session. Until then, Sai Ram, and try doing the rest of the problems of the exercise.